My name is Brad Bernstein. I'm an immigration attorney.
I am David Squeeze Annakie, and obviously one of the hosts on the Brad and Squeeze Show. I have a business that's called Link Up Media, and it's been around since 1996, and decided to start a radio program.
Mr. Annakie sold me some radio time and said I'm going to be on the radio with a guy by the name of Squeeze.
I didn't think it was going to evolve into a business.
I went back every week on Friday night to see Squeeze, and every Wednesday Mr. Annakie would call me and ask for money to pay for this advertising time.
Give them this deep corporate talk and talk to them about business. I had to separate the money from their personality, you know.
And it took about 2 months before I realized that Mr. Annakie and Squeeze was the same guy.
Next thing I know, I'm doing a radio show live from Jamaica to the United States.
When I first started on the radio, Squeeze kept saying, you know, I filed for my citizenship 5 times and he kept getting denied. And off the air, I was saying, let me do your citizenship, let me do your citizenship. And he goes, no, I'm not interested. I had this other lawyer, he said he was the best lawyer, and didn't want me to handle it.
I was like, dude, I have actually attempted to do this multiple times, and it has failed me every time. I gave in after working with him for a while. A few months later, rather, I was in Hartford, Connecticut, getting sworn in.
Then Squeeze was sold on me. After that, I could do no wrong for immigration. And over 19 years, the show has kind of developed from a law show to a show about Brad's personality, Squeeze's personality, plus we're helping people, plus we're informing people, plus we're making people's lives better.
That's the reason why the show is really what it is. It is that because we are just ourselves.
Something very interesting happened when you work with somebody every day. You become their best friend.
And that's a fact. She has become, believe it or not, my best friend.
One day, Squeeze had a great idea when Facebook Live started. And his great idea was, I'm going to take out my phone and film our radio show.
The next thing, they're building a green room in his office.
And we are now turning our radio show into a broadcast show that is going to be seen live on Facebook. It's going to be seen live on YouTube. And oh, by the way, you're still going to hear our broadcast show on WVIP 93.5 FM.
It's phenomenal, and the most gratifying thing is that we're truly helping people. It's amazing walking through the airport and people come up and say, Brad and Squeeze, you guys are the greatest. If I could cry, tears would actually come out of my eyes right now. Just keep watching.
What did Tamika wear on your wedding day?
Oh, she's gonna smack you if you get this one wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Red and black
Lingerie?
lingerie.
Oh, I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying now.
We weren't asking that. You can file for your citizenship 90 days before the 5-year anniversary of you getting your green card. You're not living in the United States. And then they're going to turn you around. May even hold you in jail. So, they have
you'll get me out, right?
Well, I will get you out, I promise you.
Yep, I'm cooking up curry chicken right now and burger rice. We just supposed to know burger rice.
Of course. It's going to be cooking with Brad and Squeeze.
Maybe we'll come down to Jacksonville, Florida. She can cook for us, and we can help her with all her legal problems right over the table.
If you want to get your immigration questions answered on Skype, or if you want to find out if you're ready for your bona fide marriage interview with our all-new Bradified Marriage segment, just call 1-800-529-5465 and ask for one of our producers. That's 1-800-529-5465.
Yeah.
Yeah, wake up, Mr. Annakie.
That long asphalt intro.
Jill, we decided we got to cut this intro a little bit. We're falling asleep here during this intro.
Okay,
Squeeze is like, I'm so tired of this intro already. Can we end it?
I'm so tired.
Can we end it?
Period.
Jill says okay.
I'm so tired, period.
I said to Squeeze, I said, Jill is just trying to torture you until you just can't take it anymore. You're like, this intro again? Please. All right. So I think we've all in agreement here. The intro
got to go.
Got to get on the chopping board.
Either we get another one or we get something more exciting.
We'll do something new. I think we've used that intro to death.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. And by the way, you have not slept. You look a little tired today. Why were you up?
Tired?
Yeah, you look a little tired. Why were you up all night? What's going on? What keeps you, David Squeeze Annakie up all night? What's worrying you?
She would have to tell you.
You told me you didn't sleep last night.
She would have to tell you.
Oh, ha, 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 ha.
Right now, listen.
By the way, how was Jamaica? You were in Jamaica all weekend?
I mean, work as usual.
Work, yeah, right.
Dude, why would I go to Jamaica every weekend?
You're in a club partying all weekend long.
No, it's called work.
It's called partying in a club.
You know what, Brad? Seriously speaking,
you know what? I
would love to give you one
I want to come back.
Weekend of my life.
I want to come back. Would I die and I go see God, and I'm going to say, and God says, who would you like to come back as? I'm going to say, I want to come back as Squeeze. This guy flies to Jamaica every weekend. He claims he's working. All I see is pictures of him partying at a club.
But you want to know what? It's all stereotypical because people think Jamaica, they think beach, they think
That's right.
fun, they think no.
I'm only saying what I see on Instagram and Facebook.
We have an entertainment division, right?
Right.
Anyway, I'll tell you what, folks, this is the Brad and Squeeze Show. So if you're joining us right now on 93.5 WVIP, everybody just wake up, wake up, wake up. Well, it's after 9 o'clock. You better be up. And in this show, we do answer immigration questions, contrary to belief. All right? So we want you all to tune in right now, okay, from all over the world. Spread the word, 93.5. On Facebook, at David Squeeze Annakie. On Facebook, Brad H. Bernstein. On Facebook, Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein. On YouTube, Spar and Bernstein. On Facebook, nobody listens to Squeeze.
By the way, Squeeze said to me, he goes, I think we should just change the show that nobody listens to me because we end up doing stuff. And Squeeze is like, did I just say to do that last week and everybody said no and now you're doing it? And I go, maybe. He goes, nobody listens to Squeeze.
Nobody listens to me. But hey, I have grown accustomed to it, so I am, I'm going with the flow, as they would say.
Meanwhile, Tamika on my Facebook, she knows me now. She's been watching long enough. You didn't even catch this.
No.
She said...
I caught Carol Anderson Tiger in the lobby.
I heard. I'll go see her after.
Yes, you should.
Okay, she came to visit.
She came to roar.
She came to roar? She's mad at me?
Just kidding. Just kidding.
But Tamika says, Brad, you sound hoarse. Are you okay?
You were up all night.
Well, yes, I was, but it was just it's not because of her. It was just one of those restless sleeping nights. And then I woke up, and then well, let me finish.
What's on your mind?
I don't know.
This guy is coming back.
Maybe I'm doing a live broadcast twice a day.
What's
I don't know.
on your mind?
So any event, I woke up this morning. My kids were over, and I got to get them to school.
That's good. So that on Instagram.
And they don't get out of bed in the morning.
Right.
And then when I have to yell at them to get out of bed because they're going to be late for school,
right.
Then my son decides to waltz into my daughter's room looking for his pants, and then my daughter's yelling at my son, "Get out! Get out! Get out!" And then Tamika wants to know why I'm hoarse this morning. That's why. 2 teenagers. I'm glad they finally got to school.
And you
ever have those issues with your teenagers?
In the days?
Yes.
I used to. I still have it now when they call me every day asking for stuff.
Right. But do they bicker amongst themselves?
Of course they do. They all do.
I can't take the bickering between them anymore.
Took four of them to Jamaica. Yeah. And well, 3 of them were adults and 1 wasn't.
Right. The adults probably don't bicker anymore.
The
teenagers probably
Well,
do.
One of them.
Yeah.
do.
I told my kids this morning, I said, individually I love you. Together I can't stand you. Get to school.
That's terrible.
I know. I was kidding around though.
Anyway,
all
folks,
right.
Once again, the Brad and Squeeze Show. I don't know. How should we start the show today?
We're going to answer immigration questions.
You sure that's what you want to do?
That's what we're going to do, yeah.
All right, so let me open up the phone lines right now. The phone number is 1-800-529-5465. We want everyone to call in to get their immigration questions answered by the attorney, Brad Bernstein. All I'll do is sit here all day long and just give out the phone number.
You're going to do more than that.
1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-LAWLINK.
While I'm answering the immigration questions, what you can do is you can close your eyes, take a quick nap, and I'll come back to you.
Power nap.
Yeah, you can take a power nap.
Power
like a 45-second power nap
while
I answer the first immigration question. All right, 1-800-529-5465. We're heard on WVIP 93.5. We are heard on Facebook at Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein, Facebook David Squeeze Annakie, Facebook USA Credit Repair, Facebook Jamrock Magazine, Facebook Link Up Media, YouTube, Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein. Watch us on any of those digital platforms. And, of course, you can also listen to us on 93.5 WVIP in the New York metropolitan tri-state area, however you want to phrase it. And the number to call to get on the radio right now is 1-800-529-5465. We're going to go to Marsha.
Yeah, let's go to Marsha.
Hello.
Hi, Marsha.
Hi, Marsha. How are you?
Hi. I wanted to ask a question pertaining to immigration.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So if you overstayed your visa and your boyfriend has a green card, he's due for citizenship next year to apply. can we go ahead and do a marriage? What would happen? Would I get a permit to work?
No, you
If
wouldn't.
he's not a citizen? No.
You wouldn't get a permit to work. You'd be in the system pending your green card. It's about a year and a half. You should go get married. You should file because there's no guarantee if you wait for him to become a citizen that he ever becomes a citizen. And if you're waiting for him to become a citizen and he never becomes a citizen, guess what? You're never getting a green card. So marry him now.
Oh.
Marry him now. Let him file for you. And then if he becomes a citizen, you'll upgrade the status and adjust tier. And if he doesn't become a citizen in about a year and a half from now, you'll do a provisional waiver. You'll go back to your home country and you'll come back with your green card, one or the other. The other reason why you marry him now is because if you get your green card after the second year of your marriage, you only have to deal with immigration one time. You don't have to remove the conditions of your permanent residence. So another reason to have a longer period of a marriage than a shorter period. So by all means, get married now, and then you're not going to get anything, but you're setting yourself up for a very good future.
Okay. Thank you.
All right?
Thank you so much for tuning in.
You're welcome. Bye.
And if you need help, hold on.
Yeah.
By the way, Squeeze, the telephone number, I know I've said this for 19 years, but for the few people who still don't know, the telephone number to call on the radio, which is 1-800-529-5465, that's 1-800-LAWLING, is the telephone number to the law offices of Spar and Bernstein. So if you were to call 1-800-529-5465, you can do one of three things.
Which is?
You can hang the phone up and have the telephone number saved for a rainy day.
Right.
You can say, I'd like to make an appointment to see Brad or one of the great lawyers here, fantastic lawyers here.
Right.
Or you can say, I'd like to get on the radio and ask Brad my question right now. And then after I ask my question, then I'll decide whether or not I need to go further or not.
Sounds good to me.
Is that good?
It sounds great.
All right, so go take a nap. Let me speak to Marco now.
Tell you what, folks, I'm bidding you farewell. Bye. See you. Now, anyway, 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. Going to Marco in a few seconds, but listen up, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we want you all to share. If you're on a social media platform right now, it's extremely important for us that you share this platform and this show with every single person that you know. We genuinely want to help as many people as possible. So share my page at David Squeeze Annakie, also at Brad H. Bernstein, also at Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein.
And you know what we're going to do is we're going to speak to Marco, who's calling all the way from Indiana.
Right.
And then we're going to speak to Tricia, who's calling all the way from up the street in Manhattan.
Right.
And then I think we have a lot of social media questions.
No, we know.
Okay, so what I think we're going to do is if you are on social media right now, you're on any of our digital platforms, leave your question. We're going to do the rapid fire twice because we never have a chance at the end of the show to get through everybody.
Right. And
So we're going to do a rapid fire in the first half and a rapid fire in the second half. Two rapid fires. We're allowed to do that. That's what somebody by the name somebody by the name of Nobody Listens to Squeeze suggested that. 1-800-529-5465. Marco.
Hello, Marco.
Hello.
How are you, Marco?
I'm very good. How are you?
Good.
Wonderful. How is Indiana?
Indiana is great. Kind of rainy a little bit, but other than that, it's always great to be in Indiana.
All right. So what's your question?
A couple of questions. Number one is, if you're a permanent resident, a 10-year green card holder, how long can you stay out of the country?
Not more than 6 months in any one visit. However, if you're going to keep coming back once every 6 months, eventually they're going to say you're not living permanently in the United States. You have to be physically, over the course of a period of time, you have to be physically in the United States more than not physically in the United States. They will allow up to 6 months in any one particular visit. But if you think you're going to go 5.5 months, come back for a week, 5.5 months, come back for a week, 5.5 months, come back for a week, guess what? On that third trip, they're going to say, sorry, Marco, you're not allowed in the United States anymore. You're not a permanent resident. You're not permanently living here. So in those situations, you would get what's called the reentry permit, which allows you to stay out of the United States for up to 3 years without losing your green card.
They will allow you to stay 3 years out of the country without losing your green card?
Right. You do what's called the reentry permit. Correct.
But you have to apply for the reentry, don't you?
You have to apply for it, and you have to apply for it while you're physically in the United States. And when you apply for the reentry permit, You have to give an explanation on why you need to stay out of the United States for an extended period of time, and why this extended period of time has a definite stop date and that you'll be returning. Not that this indefinite period of time will go forever. All right, but we can help you. Hold on one second, all right? I think he's in his tractor. Sounds like he's a farmer.
I think
that's what they do in Indiana.
I think he's working in the streets. He's got a jackhammer.
Oh, it sounded like he was on a tractor. Because that's what they do in Indiana, don't they? There's a lot of farmers there.
I wouldn't know.
I've been to Indiana. I went to school in Michigan.
Yeah.
So I've driven through Indiana. A
That's good.
lot of wheat fields. All right, let's go to Trisha.
I thought we were going to rapid fire.
No, Trisha and then rapid fire.
Okay.
Trisha.
Yes, afternoon, Brad.
Good
morning, sorry.
Hold on, you're moving a little bit faster.
Question here. I'm living here. I got married. I have a son in Jamaica, and I have one here, right? Mm-hmm. For my husband to file for me, what should I do with the... I know I can file my papers along with my son here.
All right, you have one son here. You got one son in Jamaica. You're married to a U.S. citizen. How did you come to the United States?
Visa.
Okay, and you're living with that man now, or you plan on living with him?
I'm living with him now.
Okay, fine. So go get married. He's going to file.
I'm married already.
Fabulous. Fabulous. I missed the wedding squeeze.
Me
Nobody
too.
invited me.
Nobody invited Squeeze.
So, all right, you're married already. So what you're going to do, okay, is you're going to file 3 separate applications. You're going to file an adjustment application for you, a separate adjustment application for the son that's here in the United States, and an I-130 visa petition for the son that is in another country, Jamaica, I assume. And you're going to file 3 separate applications with 3 separate fees. And it's going to be and the person who's filing it, I say, you're filing it, you're filing nothing. The person who's filing it is your husband.
Yeah.
Okay?
So I can go ahead and do all 3 then?
All 3, but it's 3 separate applications. People make the mistake that they think that when they're married to a citizen that you fill out your child's name on your application that they're included. They're not.
Yeah, I heard that so many times.
Yeah. All right? So that's why I'm just making sure that you do 3 separate applications. An adjustment for you, a separate adjustment for your son, and a different filing, an I-130 for the son back in the other country.
Oh, so I can do everything in one, right?
Correct.
I can do this. I can send all 3 in.
All 3 in at the same time, but it's 3 separate applications. Correct.
Oh, okay.
Hold on if you need help. All right, Squeeze.
Okay.
All right, so now with the magic.
Now, you mind if I give out the number?
Sure.
The number, once again, folks, happens to be 1-800-529-5465. This is the Brad and Squeeze Show, brought to you by the law offices of Spar and Bernstein and Link Up Media Group, and powered by, of course, USA Credit Repair. Just had to squeeze that in there. 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. You heard Brad mention Rapid Fire early on. He did not explain what it is. The Rapid Fire is a social media segment where Brad answers the questions from you, immigration questions, very quickly. And of course,
there's too many of them.
Yeah, there are too many of them. So he answers them very quickly, but he's on point. And we have Kim Moore, who is always in the social media room.
She's not Kim Moore. For this 1 hour, she's the social media guru. SMG.
Her name is Kim Moore.
Yes, but not on our show, she's not.
What else
she's
is she?
SMG.
Everybody's got a name.
Yeah, SMG. Where is she? The lower third says Kim Moore, but we call her.
It does.
She's the social media guru.
No,
That's
but
SMG.
who's the social media
Kim,
guru?
if she ever shows up on our screen, where is she?
Okay, who is Brad Bernstein?
I'm starting a fight with you, waiting for Kim to show up here. There she is, SMG. How are you?
You know what?
I don't hear
immediately,
SMG.
I'm not calling you Kim anymore.
I don't hear SMG. You got to speak up, SMG.
I hear her, but she's squeaking.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
No.
You and that computer. Why don't you get some earbuds? I'm quite sure they can afford some earbuds around here.
Hello.
I'll buy you some earbuds.
You got something? Can you talk now? Talk now.
Absolutely. Can you hear me?
Now we hear you. Yes. All right. So let's go rapid fire quickly.
Okay. Sandy on Facebook wants to know, how does the 5-year continuance work and how difficult is it to obtain?
The 5-year continuance, Squeeze. I have no idea what he's talking about, the 5-year continuance. What is a 5-year continuance?
How would I know?
I have no idea.
I'm not the attorney.
There's no such thing. I don't know. What is he asking? Ask him for more details. We'll come back to him in the rapid fire later in this round or the next round. But ask him what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about, 5-year continuance.
All right.
Okay,
next question on the SMG segment.
Can I ask him to explain what he's trying to get at?
Okay, we need more details.
Yeah, but there's no such thing as continuance, 5-year continuance. I've never heard that term in immigration. Okay, moving on.
Laddie Brown on YouTube wants to know, do you get your work permit 90 days after your biometrics or after your filing?
It's supposed to be 90 days after the filing, but it's probably closer to 90 days after the biometrics. By regulation, you're supposed to receive it within 90 days. It's actually a regulation. Immigration never follows those regulations. They usually get it to you about at 120 days, 130 days. Probably at some point, some lawyers somewhere is going to get together with like a whole group of people and sue the government because they're delaying work permits. But, you know, that I'm sure will happen at some point.
Okay.
But it's supposed to be 90 days, but it's probably closer to 120.
All right.
Okay.
1-800-529-5465. That is the number to call to book your appointments or ask your questions. But remember that you can place your questions on these social media pages. Let's get back to, social media guru.
Okay. Tamika on Facebook wants to know, I've been to the USA in 2008 and 2009 on the HB2 visa. I tried on several occasions to get my visa, but I get turned down every single time. What do you think is the problem?
Well, the H-2B visa squeeze that you may or may not know after doing our show for 19 years is the seasonal worker. Right. So is it possible that she overstayed her time? Is it possible that she gave them some sort of inclination? Because once you get an H-2B visa and you actually comply with where you're supposed to be working and you actually leave when you're supposed to be leaving, you should be getting it year after year. So my guess is that that either you didn't comply or they believe you didn't comply, that there's some reason why you're not getting it now. We would need to speak with you more, but it's really about your intent to leave the United States and what you've done in the past while you were here. So if you did an H-2B visa and you were supposed to go work for Company A and you didn't go work for Company A, and you went to work for Company B instead, or maybe you went to work for Company A and Company A's job ended September 1st, but you decided to leave the United States November 1st, well then you didn't comply.
No problem.
It's my guess.
Okay, 1-800-529-5465.
Let's keep going.
Let's keep going. And bring back the lipstick next time, SMG.
Okay.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is the difference between a naturalized citizen and a green card holder? Onique on YouTube wants to know.
One is a lawful resident of the United States and a non-citizen, which means that you do not vote. You cannot hold certain elected offices. You are not a citizen of the United States. You don't have a U.S. passport, although the United States says that you are lawfully allowed to live here on a permanent basis. A citizen is a citizen. That is a huge difference.
Yes.
Next question, 1-800-529-5465.
Stacy Ann on Facebook wants to know, how long do you have to wait to file for your I-130 and your I-485 after you're married to a U.S. citizen?
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yes, because you have
now,
to.
What if you do it at
married,
2 minutes
after you
and 30?
get married, you got to have at least a 2-3 minute kiss, right? This is your most romantic moment, right? You're not going to.
When you get married, is your most romantic moment?
I would think so. It's very.
Really?
Yeah. I would think so. I don't know. I don't think it gets more romantic than we're going to live together for the rest of our lives. We're going to give our heart and soul to each other. And then you get married and they say, I do, I do. And then whoever's marrying you says you may kiss the bride. And that's got to be a good long kiss. And then after that,
you can 3-minute kiss?
At least. And then you can go file your papers.
That's very interesting.
Okay? I don't
If that's
think,
the most romantic moment in your life, now I know why you're divorced.
Exactly. Why I would, you know, I mean, I don't think you would want to say, okay, I do, and then, you know, the pastor, whoever's marrying you, says, okay, you may kiss the bride. And go, nope, got to go file my papers first. So, you know, wait at least 3 minutes. That's about it.
Now that that's done,
yes.
Let's get going.
All right, I kissed you. Let's go to the lawyer. Let's
what are
file
you waiting
papers.
for?
All right, next.
Okay, Jean on Facebook wants to know, can my husband, who's a U.S. citizen, file for my son who is over 21, who's in Jamaica, and how long would it take if he can?
Only if the marriage happened before he was 18. And assuming the marriage happened before he was 18, it would be about 6-7 years.
Okay. Kamisha wants to know on Facebook, if you did an annulment and then remarried when you are now filing for your green card paperwork, if the question says, asked if you've been previously married, should you say yes or no? If you've gotten
well, I would, legally, you were never married because there was an annulment. However, I would put down that you were previously married and make sure that you put, you know, and not that the marriage was terminated, but that the marriage was annulled and considered void. But that way you're being, you know, upfront and not trying to hide anything.
Extra cautious.
Correct.
Darshani wants to know if you're on disability, can you file for your wife?
Yes.
Okay. Oof, I'm going to try this name, and I'm really sorry to whoever I offend because I'm going to butcher it. Zorka Laney wants to know.
That's perfect. You got it right. Okay.
Perfect.
Zorka Laney wants to know. I'm sure.
Zorka Laney wants to know.
Did you say Zorka?
Yeah, Zorka. I don't think anybody. I mean, maybe somebody. Maybe there's a mother out there that named their child Zorka Laney, but I would guess that you're butchering it. Is my guess.
Yeah. That's I totally feel because the last name is Sumana. That I feel like I have.
Okay.
But,
all right. So what's the question?
I have a Class E felony conviction and a couple of misdemeanor ones. Would that be a problem with me getting married to an American citizen?
You have a Class what felony?
E.
E felony.
As an egg.
But you and you want to get the green card.
Yes,
Person with the Class E felony wants to get a green card.
Wants to marry a US
that
citizen.
person, I don't even know what the Class E felony is, but I can tell you if you have been convicted of a felony, you're going to need a waiver, or you may not even be able to get a green card. So before you do anything, you need to see a good lawyer.
Okay.
Okay.
So I would say, yeah, it's a problem. Generally, Squeeze, when you have Class E felonies, it's a problem. Generally.
Any felony.
Any felony, it's a problem.
That's what Brad's saying. So you may want to call 1-800-529-5465. Book an appointment, regardless of whether or not you're in the New York metropolitan area or out of it.
Right. So anyway, right now it is 9:30 on the dot, Squeeze. SMG, collect your questions. We're going to come back to you in about 15, 20 minutes. All right? And we're going to end the show with more rapid fire. So please, if you are on social media right now, on any of our digital platforms, please leave your questions. But right now...
Hold on. Do we have analog platforms?
We do not have any analog platforms.
We're on our digital platform.
I started using the word digital because Jill said to me the other day, she goes...
You're on our digital platform.
No, because Jill said...
Why don't you put us on the analog platform?
No, because Jill said to me the other day, she goes, I'm so glad I really always wanted to do a digital show.
Right.
So I go, is that what you call this, a digital show? She goes, yeah. So I go, oh, I didn't know that. All right, so now I just called it the Facebook show.
Let's do an analog show.
Right, I just called it the Facebook show. So now I'm calling it our digital show. So anyway, this is when our digital show comes to a screeching halt. There it is. You heard it.
I feel like I'm in a cartoon.
You heard it right there. A screeching halt. People are already tuning us out. The reason why people are tuning us out is because we now have to talk about USA Credit Repair. The key.
That's very, very nice intro there. Tune us out because we're about to talk about it.
Tune us out.
That's a very nice intro.
But that's what happens. It comes to a screeching halt.
Very nice intro there.
And we have to talk about USA Credit Repair now. The reason we have to talk about USA Credit Repair is two reasons, Squeeze. One is they help pay the bills. So because they help pay the bills, we got to talk about it. The other thing is they do a really good job. And they can actually help, believe it or not, people, actually help everybody who has a credit score under 700.
Yep.
True or not true?
Fact.
Fact.
Yep.
Okay. Is it a fact that many people's credit scores, okay, if you call USA Credit and they print out your credit report, has inaccurate information that's being reported to the credit agencies?
At least 75%.
At least 75. You heard it.
Yep.
75% of everybody's credit report. So that means 3 out of 4 people who are listening right now, even if you have good credit, has inaccurate information on their credit report. And you can call USA Credit Repair right now.
Yep.
They will, for free,
For free.
pull your credit report,
100%.
go through each item with you, and then you will say, true, true, no effing way, not true, that's inaccurate, whatever words you want to use.
What does effing mean?
Effing means no freaking way,
Okay.
Under the FCC regulations.
Just wanted to
Okay.
make sure
When I'm off the air, it means something else. But when I'm on the air, it just means freaking. And you will call USA Credit Repair at 1-800. What's their number? 872-7177. I went blank for a second. 1-800. It's right in front of me, too. 1-800-872-7177. 1-800-USA-7177. If you call them right now, 3 out of 4 people. That means if you're in a car, driving in a car right now, in a carpool with 4 people, unless they're children, okay? You're in a car right now with 4 people looking around. 3 out of 4 of you got screwed up credit reports.
That is true.
Right? 3 out of 4.
And not by your fault necessarily.
And it's not by your fault necessarily.
Right.
Many times it is. And even if it is by your fault, it gets fixed.
And by the way, folks, share that number with everybody right now and share this link right now. Let's get the numbers up right now. I'm going to ask Ethan to figure out some way to boost this segment of the show.
Oh, yeah, boost.
This segment of the show.
Yeah, Ethan can do everything. Yeah, like every time.
Oh, Ethan can do everything.
Every time we have an issue, we'll just ask Ethan to do it.
That's it?
Yes.
Ethan is up at 2 o'clock in the morning.
We'll ask Ethan to do it.
Is there anything you want me to do, boss?
We'll ask Ethan to do it.
Does this guy ever sleep? Yeah, boost the show.
Right.
1-800-872-7177. That's the number for USA Credit Repair. We're going back to immigration questions now.
But let me give the number out right now because it's a free call.
Yeah.
It is an absolutely free call right now to get your credit report checked and double checked to make sure that your credit report is accurate.
Yep.
There is nothing worse than inaccurate information. Take it from me, because we have people calling our show for 19 years with inaccurate information from other people that I got to get straightened out. So here's another way to get accurate information. You call USA Credit Repair at 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-USA-7177. 1-800-872-7177. And if you call them now, they will check your credit report for absolutely free. They will go through item by item with you, and they will tell you 3 out of 4 people who call, they're going to say, we can get your credit boosted in 90 days or less. 1-800-USA-7177, 1-800-872-7177.
We just did a survey.
What is the survey?
And we also fact-checked it.
Yes.
And I'm not stereotyping here or being biased here, but the majority of the people with bad credit are in the 5 boroughs, inclusive of Manhattan, too.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, when you said I did a survey, it reminded me of like a thought I had this weekend that we should be game show hosts. Wouldn't we be good game show hosts?
The numbers are dropping. Can we get back to the show?
Right. USA Credit, 1-800-872-7177. We're going to go back and answer immigration questions right now. Let's go to Latoya. Latoya's from Manhattan. Latoya.
Latoya.
Hi.
Hi, Latoya.
Everybody.
How are you, Latoya? Tell me.
I'm doing okay.
Tell us, the show sucks, right?
The USA Credit Repair segment sucks, that's for sure. People tune us out in droves.
Why even do it then?
I don't know why.
Why the hell are you doing it?
People tune us out in droves as soon as
anyway,
we start talking
Latoya, let's get back to
Latoya.
Yeah, so I want to file. My husband wants to file for me. Can we put the papers in and then provide the supporting documents after, or we got to do it at the same time?
The financial support documents have to go in at the same time.
That's the only one. Everything else can go in after.
Yeah, like the, your pictures together with friends and family, your bills together, all of that you're going to bring to the interview. Proof of the bona fides you're going to bring to the interview, but you got to submit the affidavit of support with the proper financials up front.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so
You're
much.
very welcome.
Hey, thank you, Latoya. If you ever need any help, we're here.
All right. So we're going to go to Andrew, who's been waiting from Trenton, and then Jill tells me we have a great segment. We ask some people on the street what their immigration rights are. So we're going to go to Andrew, and then we're going to see if people on the street know what their immigration rights are. Then we're going to come back and do a little more rapid fire to end the show.
Okay, sure you don't want to knock off more than that?
Maybe we will. Let's see how quickly we can do all this. All right.
Make it rapid here.
Andrew.
Let's see if we can rapid this.
Hey,
how
are you doing, man?
What's up?
Hey, what's up, Andrew?
Squeeze, big up yourself.
All right, at least you say I should big up myself. Thank you so much, Andrew, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Bro, there's nobody else not big up yourself.
Hey, thank you. I thought I was left out there. What's up?
Yeah, I was just calling to find out if you're married for 2 years, right? You already been married. You didn't file your papers till about after a year and 6-7 months. And you're waiting. I already got my work permit and everything.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the interview date. Sure. But then upon waiting for the interview date, there's a whole lot of problems and trouble. And the divorce word gets thrown around a few times.
It's problematic. You got to make it through the marriage interview to get your green card. Unless you're going to show that there was extreme emotional abuse or physical abuse. So you got to instead of throwing out the marriage, you know what we need to do, Squeeze?
No.
And I spoke to Jill about this. We're going to get a marriage counselor on our show here. Okay? So instead of throwing
trying
out
to be one?
What?
Instead of you trying to
be one, because I'm not. Okay?
So what should Andrew really do now?
Andrew needs to speak to his wife calmly and say to her, there's a reason why we got married. We loved each other, obviously. And I know we have a child together.
I hear the child in the background.
I hear the child in the background. For the sake of the child, for the sake of my life, for the sake of your life, we got to figure out how to work it out. Okay? Is it you go speak to a professional? You go speak to a religious figure, a pastor, whatever religion you're in. Go have somebody help you. Instead of just getting angry at each other and reacting to everybody. All right? And try to work it out, especially if you have a kid together. Okay? Hold on if you need help, though. I'm not the marriage counselor. I'm just an immigration lawyer. I'm just telling you what to do. All right?
Well, let him hold a minute.
Yeah,
This
hold
way
on
we can see him in
anyway.
person.
Yeah,
All right?
yeah.
1-800-529-5465. Once again, the Brad and Squeeze Show.
We need more counseling.
Well, you do.
Yeah, I need counseling
Yes,
too.
you do.
Yeah, I need round the clock. Yeah, they told me.
And the good thing about it is that you know.
I know that.
That's
yes.
the big.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
All right, let's go to Jackie. Jackie.
Jackie, how are you?
I'm good. Good morning.
Good morning.
I have my mom here, and she comes straight. She came up on her visa, but she doesn't have a green. She doesn't have a green card. I'm the one who has a green card. So I'm asking, can I file for my mom knowing that she's in the country?
No, you have to be a citizen. Become a citizen, and then you can file for her the next day.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thanks again.
But to have mom's out of status. Have her come in and talk to me. Maybe there's other options for her than waiting on your citizenship.
Okay.
All right,
hold on.
Hold. Let's book that appointment.
All right, let's go to
and then we can go to
Jasmine. Jasmine.
Hi, hello, good
in
morning,
Brooklyn.
everybody.
How are you?
I'm fine.
How is Brooklyn?
Okay, I did the K1 visa.
Yep.
And I'm at the step where I'm supposed to submit my affidavit of support.
Right,
One, I want to know where do I send it?
You're bringing your fiance.
Yes.
Okay, so you should be getting a letter from the National Visa Center giving you instructions.
I got that.
So you send it back to the National Visa Center, the same address, the Portsmouth, New Hampshire address.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That's just what I wanted to know.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And if you have any problems, come see us. All right.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All right. All right. Let's go to Anthony. Is calling all the way from Jamaica, West Indies.
Yeah.
Okay, Anthony.
Yeah.
How are you?
What's up, Tony?
Yes. Morning.
Morning, Tony.
Yeah.
Yes. How you doing, Anthony?
We are trying to enter the state for like 15 years ago, illegal.
Right.
Now I'm married to a U.S. citizen. Is it legal for me to get a?
Were you stopped at the border?
Yes.
Okay. So you had some sort of summary exclusion or summary inadmissibility. That was a 5-year bar. You have a permanent bar. You have a
fraudulent document.
I'm sorry? Right, okay. So, he came into the airport with a fraudulent document. He got caught. He got sent home. Deported at the airport. There's 2 reasons to deny his re-entry to the United States. One, he got deported at the airport. He was found inadmissible. That's a 5-year bar. So, can't apply back for 5 years. After 5 years, he needs a waiver for that.
Okay.
He also has a permanent bar for fraud. That he lied trying to come in. There's a waiver for that as well. So the answer is, yes, your wife could file for you. It's not a slam dunk guarantee. You have to file 2 waivers, but certainly there's a possibility you can come back with your green card.
So hold on a minute.
Hold on 1 second. You need a good lawyer. All right. So let's knock out Sonia, and then we're going to see
you want to get to that clip now?
Yeah, no, we're going to do Sonia, and then we're going to do the clip on the man on the street.
All right.
Okay, Sonia.
Hi, Mr. Brett. Good morning.
How are you?
Good morning. Thank you for getting my daughter a green card after 10-year trying.
Wow.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Congratulations to you.
Okay. She wants to know, she have a 10-year green card. She wants to know after 4 years if she can file for citizenship.
No, 4 years, 9 months, 3 days.
Call it 5 years.
Okay,
it's 4 years, 9 months, 3 days.
4 years, 9 months, and 3 days from the time she got her green card, she can file.
She have a 10-year green card, but she wants to know if she can file for a citizenship.
Right, but listen
4
carefully.
years,
Yeah.
maybe Squeeze can tell you. Maybe
she can file for a citizenship in 4 years, 9 months, and 3 days.
From the day she got her green card.
From the day she got her green card. So when it gets around the 5-year mark, but a little bit less
90
than
days
that.
before the 5-year mark.
90 days before the 5-year mark. You got that?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Hold on.
And if she has any
Thank
problems,
you.
she should just hold. As a matter of fact, just hold on. Let's just set that up for you in the future. Give you some more info on that.
All right. One second. My computer froze here.
So in the interim, right now, folks, we are going to be going to the. I'll be redundant here. We're going to the man in the street.
We're going to the man in the street. There is a man in the
on the street
street.
or man in the street?
Well, there's SMG.
Right.
Social media guru is in the street asking men and women. I've not even seen this clip, so I'm going to watch it now for the first time too. But I heard it's good. Let's see.
This is Kim Moore with the Brad and Squeeze Show, and today we are asking New Yorkers questions about immigration. Let's find out how much they know. Are you allowed to get a green card if you have a criminal record?
Not sure.
No, you're not allowed to get a green card.
Nobody should be. Nobody should be. Yes and no. It depends. Like, if you have a serious crime, you can't.
Maybe it depends on the offense. Maybe felonies and above, you're not allowed to have a green card?
but definitely you could actually ask somebody, go online and find out.
It depends. Immigration law is very complex.
There's so many factors such as when did you actually get convicted, were you a child?
If an immigrations and customs enforcement officer stops you, do you know what your rights are?
Nope. I'll just say I don't know.
For police guard or wait, say it again.
No, I would not know all my rights without consulting something legal.
Absolutely. I mean, you have the First Amendment, which is freedom of speech. Second Amendment, I think it's the right to bear arms.
If you're going to exercise your right to bear arms, it's not a good idea to do that to an immigrations and customs enforcement officer. That's going to end in bad news, and you might end up on the news as one of those casualties.
It really depends on where you're stopped. But if an immigration officer stops you and you don't have status in the United States, then clearly at this point you have a right to remain silent. But if you don't have the right to enter the United States, you are basically able to state if you're afraid to go back to your country, they will allow you to be able to do an asylum case in the United States.
What are some policy changes that Donald Trump has made since he's come into office?
I know he's the DREAM Act has been brought up amongst Congress, and it's been pressured to be removed.
Grandparents and aunts and uncles and first cousins can no longer come to this country for whatever reason. I think immediate family, parents, children can still come.
Cutting H-1B visas for immigrants and stuff like that. I don't know whether it's right or wrong. I mean, it might be wrong for the country, but I'm not sure.
There have been significant changes in immigration policy since Trump took office. Some of them definitely pertaining to deportation defense has been anyone who has an order of removal. If they've been able to report to what they call an order of supervision, it's almost similar to probation. Those individuals are routinely being picked up.
Do you know what a sanctuary city is?
Sanctuary city, it's a holy city of some sort. Sanctuary city, memorizing something. Is it to do with religion? No.
Like the domain city, like within the area, or like New York City itself.
All right.
All right.
Technical we had to actually...
What technical difficulty?
I don't know.
If we never announced it, nobody would know.
Yeah, well, we had about another 3 or 4 minutes left in
Nobody
the
needed to know that.
Yeah, well, we're very transparent here.
Oh, too transparent.
Yeah, so we
wanted to give you
a little
more.
bit of a technical glitch from the crack staff in the...
Yeah, I don't know why we had to come back to us. The show was doing much better without us.
Yeah. Squeeze is like, let's just keep doing Man in the Street. People love it.
Yeah. Forget about doing it. No one wants to see
Somebody wants to see Squeeze in the studio. They want to see the Man in the Street.
Some Jewish and some Jamaican guy. Who the hell are those two idiots?
All right.
Man in the Street.
All right, so let's go back to immigration questions.
Hold on. We have a problem.
What?
We cannot call it man in the street.
It's man or woman in the street.
Yeah, because that's biased.
That's right. It's man or woman in the street. Yeah, person in the street.
Yeah. People in the street.
People in the street.
Yeah.
We're going to the piss section.
Yeah.
The people in the street
What
section.
section?
The PIS. I don't know. All right. 1-800-529-5465. We're going to go back to the phone lines because we got our little piece of the person in the street segment.
I want more of that.
Got cut off, but we're gonna. You know what we'll do is at the 12 o'clock we'll make sure it's right. We'll get it run.
Yeah,
properly.
I want more of that.
1-800-529-5465. We're gonna take 1 or 2 questions and we're gonna go back to social media guru.
Yeah, let's
we'll
clean up the calls from 93.5 WVIP.
Okay, Delroy.
Delroy, what's up?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Delroy.
Brad and Squeeze. Just a question. I'm calling on behalf of one of my friends.
Uh-huh.
Okay, she had a green card.
Yeah.
Still duly have. But what happened is that she wanted to get the green card, and then she wanted to change her marriage name on it. What does she have to provide for it to be changed?
What do you mean she wants to change her marriage name? She has a green card.
Because she's not married again. She's divorced.
Well, on the divorce decree, it should say that she's allowed to take her old name and then just file a new I-90 with the divorce decree saying, I'm changing my name.
She can...
Yeah, so in other words, when she got divorced, part of the divorce decree, part of the divorce decree says you're allowed to take whatever name, you know, the lawyers put in, her maiden name, her first name. Okay, and then what you do is you file the I-90 with a copy of the marriage certificate and say, please change my name, and they'll give you a new green card, and then when you get your new green card, you'll change your social security number.
What happened? She's going to file for a new green card. That's why I was asking what they know she don't want her marriage name to be on it.
That's
she
fine.
wouldn't want her
Then put her maiden name on it, and then when she files for it, just submit a divorce decree to show that she has a legal name change. And then when she gets her maiden name back, then she has to change her social and her driver's license, and then that's her name.
I realize that. I realize that. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for tuning in, man.
All right, so let's go to Mavis. Mavis.
Yes, good morning.
How are you,
Good morning,
Mavis?
Good, good. I would like to commend you and Squeeze for the good work that you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mavis.
You're welcome. I have a question for the lawyer.
Go ahead.
Okay, Mavis.
I am a citizen of the United States, and I will be going out of the country for a few months. How long am I allowed to stay out of the country, and which immigration authority do I have to inform?
You have to inform nobody. You can stay out for as long as you want. You're a citizen.
Okay.
All right, don't worry.
6 months limit or so?
6 years, 12 years, 20. I have a friend who got married to a young lady in Brazil. He's a U.S. citizen. He was born here. He moved to Brazil. I don't believe he's been back to America in 15 years. He's still a U.S. citizen.
Yep.
Okay, I was worried that they might, when I'm returning, they might question me when I come back to the United States.
No questioning at all. Enjoy your trip and don't worry about it 1 minute. You only have to worry about those things if you have a green card.
Okay, another question. If I file for my daughter, she's over 21 years old, how long will it take if I start to file now?
Do it now, 7 years, because they may not allow you to do it in the future.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Once again, folks, this is the Brad and Squeeze Show. Remember that we are live at 9. We're also live at noon each and every single weekday right here on, of course, 93.5 WVIP FM. Also on Facebook at David Squeeze Annakie, at Brad H. Bernstein, at the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, and on YouTube, Spar and Bernstein. We're going to be kicking it over to social media guru Kim Moore for more of Rapid Fire, where Brad answers the questions very fast.
Right, and I'm answering them directly as you are asking them. I am answering them right, because I'm not.
No, you're answering them after they are asked.
Right after they're asked,
Right.
I am answering them.
Right.
Right, because I got to answer them, talking, because it's very boring to just sit there and watch me type the answer, correct?
That is true.
That would not be exciting broadcast.
Not
All right, you ready, Kim? Social media
so
guru.
ready.
All right, let's go.
Let's do it, Kim.
Okay, Sadamed on Facebook wants to know, how long can a green card holder stay out of the country?
6 months with a caveat. And the caveat is I think we answered this question earlier in the show. If you're going to keep staying out every 6 months, they're going to eventually say you're not permanently living in the United States. Remember...
That's wrong. They can stay out up to 3 years.
Oh, with a reentry permit.
There
Yes,
you go.
okay. But remember what the term permanent resident means. Permanent resident means that you are permanently living in the United States. It's not, I'm using my green card every 6 months to visit just to keep my green card. They're going to stop you eventually. Got it? Social media guru.
Got it. Tamika on Facebook wants to know, I have a friend that was working at her job over 30-something years. Then she fell inside the home she was working in and broke her collarbone. And her job decided to terminate her without realizing that she had broken her collarbone. Now she's wondering if they had the right to terminate her or if it was false termination.
It's not false termination because you can hire and fire anybody you want as long as it's not for race, religion, nationality, unless there was some sort of contract or union, which I assume working in a home there isn't. However, she is entitled to disability. However, she may be entitled to sue the homeowner, but it depends on what her situation was, because if she was a direct employee of the homeowner, then it's just workers' compensation. If she was not, then maybe you can sue. It depends on who owns the home. It's a rental, who she was working for. So there's a potential lawsuit. There's a potential, depending on how she fell, there's potential workers' compensation, claims for disability, but there's no wrongful termination.
Okay. Robert wants to know, I've been working on a ship and have a U.S. citizen fiance. I'm here on a visiting visa. How can I apply for my green card?
You need to file an I-130, get it approved in 6 to 9 months, then do a provisional waiver, then go home, then come back, unless you're 245I or unless your spouse is in the military or former military.
Okay. Kira on YouTube wants to know, can you travel to the States while being filed for?
Be very careful doing that, because if you're traveling on a visitor's visa, you're showing an intent to stay temporarily and return home, yet you've been filed for, which shows your intent to stay here permanently. You could have a big problem at the airport depending on which officer you see. So be very careful. If you want to be extrajudiciously cautious, don't do it.
I heard that. 1-800-529-5465.
Do you have questions on your side?
Let Kim
Okay.
keep
Squeeze is a little tired today. His eyes hurt him. He can't read anything. Go ahead.
You know what? They should change the name to Lambast.
The Brad at Lambast, the guy next to him show.
You can't help yourself. You just very,
you know. Well, rapid fire means it's supposed to go back and forth. That's the whole idea. Other than that, this is single shot.
This is single quick
this is
shot.
single quick shot.
I was going to say something, but I don't like guns.
All right, let's go. Let's go, SMG.
Okay, Share on Facebook. Hopefully it's the Share.
Right, Share from the Sonny and Cher show.
Exactly. Wants to know, good morning, Brad. If you're applying to remove the conditions of your temporary green card and your wife walks out of the marriage, what are your chances of still getting your 10-year green card?
If you get divorced from your spouse and you can prove that it was a real marriage, very good.
Okay. We have Shanae, I hope it's Shanae, on YouTube, wants to know, I'd like to have two. Shanae, I think, but that's another one I may be butchering.
Okay.
My husband's middle name is spelled incorrectly on our marriage certificate. Will that be an issue when we file?
It may. I would file anyway, and then I would request an amendment to the marriage certificate. So whatever the local civil authority that gave you marriage certificate, you can request to have it amended and say there's a typo on it. I wouldn't hold off waiting on the typo to file the adjustment or file for whatever you're doing. I would just bring the amended marriage certificate to your interview, or bring proof that you're in the process of amending it.
Okay, and her follow-up question to that is, since I have DACA, do I still have to file an adjustment prior to filing the I-130?
If you want to get a green card, you have to file an adjustment, correct?
Okay.
All right. Let me pop
Squeeze has one now. Now we're in rapid fire round.
Oh, there we go.
It is now officially rapid fire.
It was rapid fire.
It was not rapid fire before. Okay, let's go.
My husband did his, well, this is from Roseanne. My husband did his interview on August the 8th. Up to now, he did not get an answer from them. How long would he have to wait?
Well, interview
Do you think
for what?
he'll get it by December?
Interview for what?
Didn't say, but
I don't know. Was it like an interview for a job? Was it an interview to get into college? Was it an interview for a green card? Was it an interview for citizenship?
Hopefully they're listening.
You know, was it an interview because you're really famous and people just wanted to hear what you had to say? What kind of interview are we talking about?
All right. Hopefully they're hearing that. Kim?
Okay. Cordella wants to know, if a green card holder files an I-130 for his spouse, she is filed separately. Should she file a separate I-130 for her two stepchildren who are underage? Whew, I struggled.
A green card holder is filing for a spouse. If the green card holder intends to ultimately become a citizen, then yes, because once the green card holder becomes a citizen, the children are going to fall off the case. If it's a situation where the green card holder is never going to become a citizen and it's underage children, then save the filing fee. I'm generally of the belief that usually the resident who's filing is going to ultimately become a citizen, so then you should be filing 3 separate I-130s, knowing that once he becomes a citizen, the kids are going to fall off. Squeeze.
Which affidavit, this is from Tamika Drummond, which affidavit of support form will be needed to fill out if my co-sponsor is not living in my household? Is it the I-864A or the I-864?
The I-864. The I-864A is for other people who live in the household with you.
Okay, so it's the
So you're going to have two. You're going to have an I-864 by the petitioner and a second I-864 by somebody who lives in a different household.
Okay.
Okay. Rossi on Facebook wants to know, if someone gets an I-797 notice of action stating their status has been extended for 1 year, can they travel out of the U.S. without being given a hard time upon returning?
If someone gets an I-797, what was that? For what? What's the I-797 for?
stating their status has been extended for a year.
Oh, no.
Can they travel out of?
Yeah, okay. So what they did is they filed an I-751. They're trying to remove the conditions. You can travel on your old green card and that letter. That's fine. No problem.
Okay.
All right.
All right, we're just about out of time, so let me give out the number. We'll return at noon, God's willing. Okay, 1-800-529-5465 happens to be the number for the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, happens to be the number for the Brad and Squeeze Show, happens to be the number that you'll need for personal injury, family law, tax law. Of course, I see a full-service law firm, so make sure you just call and figure it out. Have them figure it out. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. The Brad and Squeeze Show.
All right, let's do it. All right, so we're going to have to write the disclaimer because we're having problems with our...
This is wonderful.
All right, this is the crack staff here. So we're having a little problems with our technical equipment. I do have to remind everybody that prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome. This has been an attorney advertisement. Ask your attorney or your professional for specific legal advice. Anything I gave you was general in nature. That's my disclaimer. With that said, give us a call, 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. If we do not have any, we'll just play some Brad and Squeeze music and we'll say, good. We're going to be out of here. We'll see you back at 12.
Yep. What did Tamika wear on your wedding day?
Oh, she's gonna smack you if you get this one wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Red and black
lingerie.
Lingerie.
Oh, I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying now.
We weren't asking that. You can file for your citizenship 90 days before the 5-year anniversary of you getting your green card. You're not living in the United States, and then they're going to turn you around. May even hold you in jail. So, they have
you'll get me out, right?
Well, I will get you out, I promise you.
Yep, I'm cooking up curry chicken right now and burger rice. We just supposed to know burger rice.
Of course. It's going to be cooking with Brad and Squeeze.
Maybe we'll come down to Jacksonville, Florida. She can cook for us, and we can help her with all our legal problems right over the table.
If you want to get your immigration questions answered on Skype, or if you want to find out if you're ready for your bona fide marriage interview with our all-new Bradified Marriage segment, just call 1-800-529-5465 and ask for one of our producers. That's 1-800-529-5465.
Hey, we're here again.
We are
the Brad and Squeeze Show.
There it is.
We're on 93.5 WVIP, and the Brad and Squeeze Show is all about answering immigration questions and a whole lot more.
It's that and a whole lot more.
I like that. It's that and a whole lot more.
And a whole lot more.
And a whole lot more.
Yes.
So right now, what are you doing? You're driving? Stop. Pull over. Call in. Ask a question. What are you doing? You're on social media? Hey, stop. Type in your question for Brad, the attorney. The number to call right now, if you are out there listening on 93.5 or on social media, is 1-800. Thank you so much for throwing that up on the screen. Production is on point. Okay, on fleek. 1-800-529-5465. Do you know what fleek means?
I have no idea. What is fleek?
Ask Gabby or Zachary.
Fleek.
Yeah. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. We're going to go straight into questions. We're not going to go back and forth. We want to get as many questions answered. So call now. 1-800-529-5465 with your immigration questions. How many of you are out there right now and you're just not in status? They consider you an illegal alien. We've got our Mexican friends. We've got our Filipinos friends. We've got our Haitian friends. We've got our Jamaican friends, our Guyanese friends, friends from the Caribbean, friends from Brad's favorite communities, Russia, Colombia, Romania, okay, all over the world. Brazil, yeah, I know you love Brazil. You always have a friend in Brazil who's a United States citizen. He went down there and lived forever.
I got friends everywhere.
You got friends everywhere, but guess what?
What?
We need to figure out ways in getting them the proper status in the United States.
Or answering their legal issues.
Let's answer your immigration question. The orange guy, Donald Trump, doesn't give a rat's you-know-what about you. So call us now. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Another thing, we would like to each get 200 shares on our pages. Brad H. Bernstein, That's on Facebook, would like to get 200 shares. At David Squeeze Annakie would like to get 200 shares. Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein would like to get 200 shares. And don't forget, you can also check us out on YouTube, and that's Spar and Bernstein. But you've got to share. Help other people, all right? So you can do that by just sharing. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the number here is 1-800-529-5465. Brad, you were about to say something.
I was about to say, this is the show for the underdog, Squeeze.
For the underdog.
The underdog. The people who need help. People, you know, this is, yes.
For the
immigrant who comes here, the person who is not born in the United States, the person who is a minority, they're the underdog. Right? They're not born privileged. Correct?
I don't know about underdog.
Why is it not underdog?
I don't know.
Underdog's a superhero, by the way, also.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm not underdog.
Well, okay, not the underdog. What do you think then?
I don't know. I'll come up with a name.
Come up with it. You didn't like that?
Nah, I didn't like that.
All right, I won't ever use it again.
No, I'm not just saying. That's just me.
I think it is.
It's just me.
Because people come here to America, people who are minorities, people who are not born in the United States, they have to start a little further behind other people. Wouldn't you call that the underdog?
I still would call it.
Have to climb a little harder, try a little harder, work a little harder. I don't, what's...
We do have to work a little bit harder.
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah. I do.
Anyway, do we have calls?
Yes, we do.
Okay, let's jump to the calls before we get our butts kicked by Jill.
1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to Stanley. Stanley.
Yes, sir.
What's up, man?
Good afternoon to you and Brad.
Good afternoon.
I'm a citizen.
Yeah.
And my mother is visiting. If I decide to file for her green card, is it a problem like how she just came in the country, or do I have to wait?
You got to wait 90 days and then file for her. If you file for her beforehand, 90 days. If you file for her beforehand, she would not get a green card. She's not eligible for a waiver. She would be denied. She would be deported. If you file for her after 90 days, she will get a green card. That's simple.
And approximately how long it takes after the filing?
After the filing, it should take about 6 to 9 months.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for tuning in, and spread the word. Tell your friends to tell your family members who will tell their other friends.
And by the way, the telephone number to call is 1-800-529-5465. Surprisingly, it's the same telephone number to get on the radio as it is to get on Facebook, as it is to get on YouTube, as it is to make an appointment at Spar and Bernstein.
Yeah. Surprisingly, you're doing my job.
Surprisingly.
No, it's not surprising. That's
no, I do it all the time.
1-800-LawLink. Kim.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
What's up?
So I have a question. My boyfriend has been married from 2009, and then he and his wife, they separated, right? He then applied for his citizenship in May. He applied for his citizenship in May, and he also started the divorce at that time. He is slated to go in for an interview on Thursday.
But he's getting a divorce.
Right.
So how is he getting his interview if he's getting a divorce? How is he going for his interview? How does he think he's going to pass this thing?
He already has his green card, right?
So what is this interview for?
This
is for his citizenship.
Right.
Okay, and he's been married. How long has he had his green card?
He had his green card from, I think he said it's 2009.
Oh, yeah, he's fine then. More than 5 years.
Okay.
He's good.
Yes, it's more than 5 years.
Okay, then he's fine. No problem.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
That was it. I went from, I thought he was going for his green card, so I'm like, how is this happening?
And then you found out.
And then I found out citizenship. Then all of a sudden, all of my, what is he doing, came out, and I relaxed.
And
I'm like, oh, no, he's okay.
Yeah.
He's okay.
It's nice when you relax.
Yes,
man.
namaste.
Yeah.
Yes.
Namaste.
1-800-5.
Do you know what it means?
What?
Do you know what namaste
Peace.
means? Okay.
1-800-529-5465. Let's go to Lorna.
Lorna.
Yes.
How are you?
Ron.
Hey, what's up?
Hello, Lorna.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Sure.
I'm a green card holder, and I'd like to file for my son, who is 34, but he don't talk.
What do you mean he doesn't talk?
It's yeah.
What's wrong with him?
Hello?
What's wrong with him?
He don't talk.
He doesn't talk.
Not Down syndrome. He was like that from he was born. He don't talk.
All right. So he has special needs. That doesn't prevent you from filing for him.
Right.
It's going to just be a long time.
How long is it going to take?
How old is he now?
He's 34.
About 7 years, 8 years.
7 years, 8 years?
Yeah.
Is it possible I could get a visa for him to visit?
Anything is possible, but if you're going to file for him, he's not going to get a visa, and it's unlikely that he'll get a visa once they walk into the embassy and see he can't talk. They're going to say, who's going to take care of him here? Maybe he's coming for medical treatment here. Is the government going to be paying for his medical treatment? Who's going to take care of him when he goes home? There's going to be way too many questions that that's ultimately going to be, he's going to get denied, is my guess. Just file for the green card.
So best to file for him?
Correct.
Okay,
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, Mr. I want instant gratification.
Yes.
The number here is 1-800-529-5465. Do you think you have any form of anxiety, Mr. Bernstein?
No, I do not, Squeeze.
Good. Let's go to another call.
Let's go to
1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-LAWLING. Hello.
Riva.
Do you have it on?
Yes.
Yes.
Hello.
Is it Riva or Kiva? I can't say.
Relva. R-E-L-V-A.
Relva.
Yeah.
Few things.
Where you from? Okay, Yaman, got it. All right, what's going on? Now I know. All right, what's going on?
Yaman is not only Jamaican.
Okay.
Mostly, I would say. Are you Jamaican?
Yes, I am.
Okay, there.
No, you're supposed to say Yaman.
Yaman.
Someone asking you Jamaican.
Yaman. I mean, I know it could be somewhere else, but I would say it was a good guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Yaman.
Ah, there you go. All right, Relva, what's your question?
Look here. I want to file for my citizen, but I don't know how to read, man.
You don't know how to read. Okay. How long you been? Right. How long you been a green card holder?
32 years.
How old are you now?
65.
Okay, so because you've been a green card holder for more than 15 years, you're 65 years old, you will get exempt from the reading. You'll just have to pass the government test by answering the questions orally.
So no reading for you.
But you won't have to read, you won't have to write, but you're going to have to know who George Washington was. Yep. You're going to have to know how many amendments to the Constitution, things of that nature. So they're going to ask you the questions orally, but you won't have to read or write anything.
Oh, okay.
All right? So
no reading for you.
Just make sure somebody helps you study. Hold on one second. Squeeze.
I think we have a segment on the show that can help them with that.
Yes, correct.
And what is it called?
It's called The Man in the Street, but we're going to change it now to The Person in the Street.
Thank you.
Okay. The PIS segment.
Just like the BS show, huh?
Yes. Scorpion from Grand Valley, Texas.
Let me guess. Scorpion is your government name, right?
No, it's just my CB handle.
I got you. Oh, your CB handle.
What's up?
Wow. CB.
CB. Yeah. He's a trucker.
CB. Yeah, trucker. I was passing through your area. Hey, but I had a question. I got a brother-in-law that's been in the States 15 years. Him and my sister have been married 6 years. They got 3 kids, the age of 9 to 11. And he was deported 10 years ago, but came right back. And my question is, because of that deportation, can he file for a green card citizenship or anything?
No, because if he got deported and he came right back, he's now re-entered the country after a prior order of deportation. That is a crime. And if he files anything with immigration, if he shows that he's here, he could be put in jail for years and deported a second time. We shouldn't be talking about this on live radio and live Facebook and live YouTube. What we should be doing is having a private one-on-one consultation with him so we can figure out how to help him.
All right, I just heard your show. I just figured I'd ask a question.
Thank you. Hold on one second, but make the appointment for him, okay? Hold on one second. All right. How does he hear the show, and if he's a trucker?
I wanted you to put him back on.
I can put it back on if you want me to. You want to ask him? Yeah. Scorpion, we got a question for you.
I got it.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right now.
1 second. Who are you texting, Squeeze?
I want to find out why they haven't shared it on all our pages.
Okay, fine. But you have a question for Scorpion.
Yes, Scorpion. Let me ask you something. How did you hear about the show?
Scorpion now has hung up.
Scorpion, stinging.
Stingy. Very stinging. All right, 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to Anthony. Anthony.
Yes.
What's up?
Yes. Nothing much. Squeeze, manners and respect, Mr. Bernstein and everybody.
Manners and respect to you too, man.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Brad, I have a question for you, sir, regarding my mom. She's 75 years old right now, never have a citizenship. How do I go about getting her a citizenship?
She's had a green card for more than 5 years?
She's been here for almost 40 years.
All right, so file the N400.
F400?
N as in Nancy.
As in Nancy.
400.
To get a citizenship?
Yep. And if you need help, hold on. All right, that's simple. N400. You've been a green card holder for more than 5 years. You've been here for 50 years. Become a citizen, Squeeze. Become a citizen. You know what we're going to do now, Squeeze?
What?
We tried to run it in the morning. We had a little technical difficulty.
Right.
All right, but we have our person in the street segment.
Good.
Where we're going to be asking people in the street what their immigration rights are.
Okay.
Let's see if we can run the whole thing.
Why do I get a feeling this is only in one borough?
Because we went right outside our office. We're not traveling all over the country to ask the person in the street. We literally went right outside our office.
I'm like, why do I get a feeling it says one borough?
It's actually person in the borough of Manhattan questions. All right, because why should we? Broadway's a very busy street.
Oh, Manhattan is a very ethnic neighborhood,
but
right?
it's a very busy street. Well,
borough.
you'll look to see how ethnic it is.
Yeah.
All right, but it's a very busy street. People are walking up and down. We didn't have to go too far. So let's see.
And it costs less.
And it costs less to trap. Right. Let's see.
This is Kim Moore with the Brad and Squeeze Show, and today we are asking New Yorkers questions about immigration. Let's find out how much they know. Are you allowed to get a green card if you have a criminal record?
Not sure.
No, you're not allowed to get a green card.
Nobody should be. Nobody should be.
Yes and no. It depends. Like, if you have a serious crime, you can't.
Maybe it depends on the offense. Maybe felonies and above, you're not allowed to have a green card?
But definitely you could actually ask somebody, go online and find out.
It depends. Immigration law is very complex.
There's so many factors such as when did you actually get convicted? Were you a child?
If an immigrations and customs enforcement officer stops you, do you know what your rights are?
Nope.
I'll just say I don't know.
For police guard or wait, say it again.
No, I would not know all my rights without consulting something legal.
Absolutely. I mean, you have the First Amendment, which is freedom of speech. Second Amendment, I think it's the right to bear arms.
If you're going to exercise your right to bear arms, it's not a good idea to do that to an immigrations and customs enforcement officer. That's going to end in bad news, and you might end up on the news as one of those casualties.
It really depends on where you're stopped. But if an immigration officer stops you and you don't have status in the United States, then clearly at this point you have a right to remain silent. But if you don't have the right to enter the United States, you are basically able to state if you're afraid to go back to your country, they will allow you to be able to do an asylum case in the United States.
What are some policy changes that Donald Trump has made since he's come into office?
I know he's the DREAM Act has been brought up amongst Congress, and it's been pressured to be removed.
Grandparents and aunts and uncles and first cousins can no longer come to this country for whatever reason. I think immediate family, parents, children can still come.
Cutting H-1B visas for immigrants and stuff like that. I don't know whether it's right or wrong. I mean, it might be wrong for the country, but I'm not sure.
There have been significant changes in immigration policy since Trump took office. Some of them definitely pertaining to deportation defense has been anyone who has an order of removal. If they've been able to report to what they call an order of supervision, it's almost similar to probation. Those individuals are routinely being picked up.
Do you know what a sanctuary city is?
Sanctuary city, it's a holy city of some sort, sanctuary city, memorizing something, is it to do with religion? No?
Like the domain city, like within the area, or like New York City itself. Basically, yeah, like in a very how can I say it?
Is that a city where they're not allowed to deport you? Possibly. I'm not honestly sure what that is.
A sanctuary city.
What is a sanctuary city, or name one?
Both.
I guess it's a city where you can't enter. For example, you can't go through.
It actually means the complete opposite. They won't stop you from coming in. Rather, they provide protection to undocumented immigrants.
Two cities that come to mind is New York City and Boston. They have indicated that they're going to protect their citizens, whether they're immigrants or not, and not work with the federal government in order to deport them.
If you are married to a U.S. citizen, do you automatically get a green card?
I believe that is no. I think there's some procedures and processes.
I think you get the potential to have one. I don't think you automatically get one.
No, you don't.
Do you know what it takes?
You have to prove it, and then you have to file for them to get a green card, and it takes, I think, about like 3 months or so.
Yes, I think yeah. If you're married to a citizen, you do get a green card.
No, you don't automatically get a green card. There's a process.
U.S. citizen spouse would have to sponsor you for a green card, and then you would have to attend an interview.
More importantly, you need to sit down with an attorney to discuss whether or not you're eligible to get the green card. We need to know how you entered the country. Did you actually provide any type of fraudulent documents to an immigration officer? Have you ever lied to an immigration officer?
How do you prove that you're in a real marriage?
Well, obviously when people get married, they get marriage certificates.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't happen over a couple of months. Maybe it actually takes like a year or maybe even 2.
They come to your house and they check to make sure that you're not lying, and they look through your things to make sure everything is, you know, in place.
It is possible that immigration can show up at your house basically to verify if you're in a real marriage. That has happened. Normally it happens after an interview.
When you're at the interview, don't sit there looking like you don't want to be there, even if you got into a fight with your spouse right before the interview. Be able to present lots of documentary evidence, for example, jointly filed tax returns.
Some people may not have a lot of documentation, but your ability to be able to answer questions, the ability to be able to show pictures that are certainly in certain different places.
I understand that it's an uncomfortable situation because you are providing intimate details about your relationship and your marriage to your spouse to a complete stranger. But it's important that you remain calm and you provide detailed answers to the immigration officer's questions.
There are experienced immigration attorneys that will be able to assist you with complex cases, anything dealing with whether it's employment-based, criminal immigration cases, or just getting a green card via marriage base, because every case is different and every case usually has some type of problem in it that needs to be resolved, and we are here to help you. So contact the law offices of Spar and Bernstein.
Prior successful results do not guarantee similar outcome. All right.
All right.
Are you hearing Jill?
No, I don't hear Jill.
I'm hearing Jill.
I heard 3, 2, 1, but I heard it not through you.
Yeah, okay.
Scorpion came back.
Oh, the Scorpion?
Scorpion.
The
Scorpion.
trucker. Hey, Scorpion, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm all right. So, Scorpion, I was pretty much trying to figure out, how did you hear about the Brad and Squeeze show?
All the way in Texas.
Oh, yeah, like I was saying, man, Scorpion's my CB handle. I was just passing through New York City on my way down from Boston. And I was just scanning through the radio, so it was on, and I heard it was, the topic was on immigration. And like I said, I got a brother-in-law, and he married my sister.
Yeah. Your brother-in-law's got issues. He's gotta go see a lawyer right away. I would not live like he's living right now in America.
Right.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, Scorpion, keep watching. By the way, we're on Facebook and YouTube.
I want to mention something about that, which is going to revolutionize and change things. You do know that a lot of cars now come with internet, right?
Yes.
And you do know that a lot of people are now listening to internet radio.
Yes.
So a lot of people are going to be listening.
Yes.
Hopefully not watching us on Facebook or YouTube while they're driving.
Right.
That's going to change the way people listen to radio in cars.
It's exciting. All right, Tina. Tina from Brooklyn.
He's like, really exciting. Exciting.
I'm only kidding with you. It's very exciting. Tina.
Whatever, man. Nobody listens to Squeeze.
What's up?
Hi, Tina. You listen to Squeeze, right?
Yes. What's going on?
Hi, Brad.
What's going on?
I'd like to ask a question. My lawyer put in for my I-94 back in August, like August the 24th, and I got a letter like after like a week and a half stating that they received my I-94 request, but it didn't give me a time frame, and the lawyer told me that
Why do you need the I-94 so you can adjust your status?
Oh, so my husband can file for me.
Okay, so you have no proof of illegal entry?
I mean, I did came in the country legally, and I lost my passport, and my cousin.
The other thing.
She had mine. She had mine I-94, but she misplaced it, so that's why we requested. We had to pay $450.
Right. The other thing you can do, which could be a little faster, is what's called a CBP FOIA. Sometimes those go a lot faster. I would be doing both. Okay.
But my question is, what is the time? You said it was 2 months, and this week is going to be 2 months, but I haven't got it.
I'm your attorney?
No, I'm just asking you. No, you said the time frame.
I don't know. I mean, it should take 2 to 3 months, but I would also do a CBP for you. If you're having a problem, come see me.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Okay.
All right. Once again, folks, the Brad and Squeeze Show. Do remember that you can reach out to us not only for your immigration help, but you can also reach out to us for criminal defense, personal injury, especially construction accidents. So if you know of someone in the construction industry, make sure you give them the number. Best way to store that number is to actually dial it, let it ring a few, let's say around 10, 15 seconds, and then you just store it.
Let's go to Yakuda.
Yakuda. Next time you cut me off, man, I'm going to cut you off.
Sorry.
Hello?
Yakuda, what's up?
Yeah, how you doing?
What's up?
It's Yakuba, right?
Yakuba, yeah.
Yakuba. All right. Where are you from, Yakuba?
Yes. From Africa.
Where in Africa?
Burkina Faso.
Pronounce that again for me.
Burkina Faso.
From Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso. Yes. Okay, no problem. Good.
Burkina Faso. It's B-U.
Yeah, we know.
R-K-I. Yes.
Another country. What's up?
Good. How are you?
I'm fabulous. How are you?
Okay.
How are you is the
fine,
question.
Thank you.
All right, what is your question?
I passed my citizenship test last week, and I'm trying to know how is the faster way to get my family here.
What family?
My wife and my 2 kids.
How old are your kids?
One is 2 and one is 7.
Okay, so you're going to file visa petitions for all 3 of them right now, even if you're not a citizen yet. And as soon as you become a citizen, you're going to upgrade it. So even if you become a citizen in a few weeks, you'll upgrade it. All right, but get the I-1, I don't know, we lost them, but get the I-130 filed.
But Yakuba, if you're listening, I do believe that you should actually have the law offices of Spar and Bernstein handle that. And the same number you called, 1-800-529-5465, you should call it back, book an appointment with Fiona and her team, all right? Ready for another one?
Oh, I didn't want to interrupt you, so I was just making sure that you were done.
Everybody's a Weisenheimer.
Lisa from Atlanta.
Hi, good afternoon.
How are you, Lisa?
A pleasant good afternoon, Lisa.
Doing fine, thank you. How are you?
Good.
Yes. I was just calling to ask a quick question.
Go ahead.
Wasn't born in this country, but I came at a young age. I can't find my passport, and so I just wanted to know, am I a citizen?
No. You're only a citizen if you were born here or your parents were citizens before you were 18 and you were living here as a green card holder, or you were born out of the country to U.S. citizen parents. Are any of those 3 the case? I don't think so, based on what you told me.
Okay.
Since
when I was a minor.
Your parents became citizens when you were a minor, both of them?
Yes.
Okay. Did you enter the United States with a green card?
That I don't know. I don't have the paperwork.
How old are you now?
I'm 25.
All right. So I think the first step is we would have to request immigration to send us your records and see what the deal is. Did you just come here as a visitor or some other visa and nobody ever did anything for you? Or did you come here with a green card, and if you did, then you're an automatic citizen because both your parents were citizens before you were 18? So I think
I don't believe I came in as a green card, but my family that brought me in is deceased now. So it's hard to retrieve the documents. So basically, I don't have any documents to.
Well, okay. It is easy to retrieve them because you can sign a piece of paper for your documents,
and you could handle it, right?
Right. And if you have a death certificate of your parents, we can submit a death certificate and your birth certificate and prove you're their child, and you're requesting their records as well, and we can figure it all out. It's not that hard. Hold on one second, okay?
I wanted to ask Lisa.
Squeeze has a question for you.
Lisa, you're in Georgia, right?
Yes.
How did you learn about the Brad and Squeeze show, which is taking over?
Yes, Squeeze is doing market research during the show.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
A coworker.
A coworker from the New York side?
Yes.
Right.
Okay. All right. We're on Facebook, by the way. All right. Just look up Spar and Bernstein or Brad Bernstein or Squeeze. All right.
We can help.
All right. 1-800-529-5465. The keys to book your appointments, ladies and gentlemen. Do remember that if you're outside of the United States, you can still retain the law offices of Spar and Bernstein by calling Brad's favorite part of the number, +1 212 227 8933.
All right, so now let's, is Kim around? We want to do a little rapid fire.
Why not?
All right, let's do some rapid fire.
Okay.
We can get Kim, do some social media. If you're watching right now on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, on law offices of Spar and Bernstein, David Squeeze Annakie, Brad H. Bernstein, USA Credit Repair, Link Up Media, Jamrock Magazine, leave your questions right now. We're going to answer them. We're going to see if we can get Kim, our social media guru, up on the screen. There she is.
Hello.
All right. Squeeze, do you have social...
Is it me or something about you changed since this morning? Is it
the lighting? We did better
maybe
lighting.
It's a sweater.
We did better
is
lighting.
Is that a cardigan or is it a sweater?
No, just better lighting.
I promise I did not change in between shows.
Did you do something with your hair?
Not necessarily. I don't think so.
No.
All
Okay.
Right. Rapid fire.
I mean, do you have questions as well on your side?
Not yet. They always come late. Once you start, then they start coming.
Social media guru, do you have questions?
I have questions. I have questions ready to go.
All right, let's go. Let's go. 1-800-LAW-LINK. Okay. Let's ask those questions and put them on the Facebook pages or YouTube.
Or YouTube. Sebastian on YouTube actually wants to know how long does it take for an I-130B to approve if I was filed by a resident. My wife is a U.S. citizen.
Wait, what?
So I'm assuming.
Well, your wife's a citizen or a resident?
His wife is a resident.
Okay, take about 9 months.
9 months. Okay, that was he worded that weird. Kat on YouTube wants to know how soon can the green card holder apply for U.S. citizenship after marriage to a U.S. citizen?
3 years. Because you're a green card holder, you still have to be in a bona fide marriage with the U.S. citizen for 3 years, or have just had a green card for 5, one or the other.
Okay. Carvel on Facebook would like to know if your wife is out of the country, do you file the I-130 and the I-130A together or just the I-130 alone?
Just the I-130.
Okay. Tanya on Facebook would like to know, can a citizen file for his or her brother or sister who resides in the U.S. and is undocumented?
Yes. How they're going to get their green card ultimately, I don't know, but the answer is yes, you can actually do a filing.
All right, let me jump in here. Okay, people are asking questions now that social media guru has jumped in. From Edna, what happened to someone whose mother filed for her daughter, okay, and died before she could get her green card and found out that the lawyer did not put in the papers?
Well, if the lawyer didn't put in the papers, nothing.
Nothing.
All right, if the lawyers put in the papers, different story.
Okay. All right, Edna, hopefully you got that. Kim?
Okay, Joan on Facebook would like to know, how do you qualify for a green card as an H-2B worker?
You don't. The fact that you're an H-2B worker doesn't qualify you for a green card. You would still need to find your own independent pathway to getting a green card.
Okay. From Denise, how long after you receive your green card can you apply for your citizenship?
Depends on how you got it. If you got your green card through military service, 1 year. If you got your green card through a bona fide marriage to a U.S. citizen, 3 years. Almost any other way is 5.
Okay. All right.
Stacy Ann on Facebook wants to know, how long does a 70-year-old with a green card have to live here before applying for her citizenship?
5 years, unless you got your green card 3 years through marriage, or unless that 70-year-old is the oldest G.I. Joe in America, then 1 year.
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe.
You had one of those?
I served with the Kung Fu grip, yes.
You did, right?
Yes.
You got a G.I. Joe with a Kung Fu grip?
I certainly did.
You played with it in a bathtub too, right?
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
I did not play with it in the bathtub.
You did play with a G.I. Joe in the bathtub.
I played with it in the basement.
In the basement?
In the basement, yes.
That's even worse. Anyway, let's get back to Nicola, all right? Who is always on my asphalt. Do you get your work permit 90 days after you file or 90 days after the biometrics?
90 days. It's supposed to be 90 days after you file, but it's probably closer to 90 days after the biometrics.
I love Team Squeeze, man.
Yeah.
And they're the funniest set of people I know.
Why? What'd they say?
You know, no, one person said that the sanctuary city is a holy city. That man needs to get blah, blah, blah. I don't even want to say it.
Everybody's up in arms about what everyone thought the sanctuary city was on our industry.
Yeah, we need to get more. You know what? Let's make it. You know what, Brad?
Let's do another.
We should all just go out in the street and just do one big show of just
right.
We're going to stand on a street corner and ask questions.
You know what we'll do? You know what we should do then? Because everybody loves the man in the street.
What?
Let's do a second man. We have a lot of man in the street ones. All right, so let's do.
And women.
What?
And women.
And women. Man in the street, woman in the street.
Right.
Let's go. We have that one lined up. The criminal criminal man and woman or people in the street.
I mean criminal defense.
Criminal defense.
I don't want to say they're criminal man and woman.
You guys
are you a criminal? Come over here.
All right, so what we're going to do is we'll do that. After that, we'll do another one because everybody loves these man in the street things.
Yeah,
and then
trust me, y'all don't want to miss this. Believe me.
And then we'll come back and we'll do a little more immigration.
You know what? They're a little bit more entertaining.
Yes.
Than two guys.
All right, so let's see. Criminal man in the street now.
We're here today in New York City asking people questions about their rights. Let's find out how much they know. Can your Facebook or social media posts be used against you in a court of law?
Yes, it can be used against in a court of law.
Do you know why?
Because of privacy.
Okay.
Pretty sure it can.
Your social media posts can be used against you in the court of law.
Do you know why?
No, I really don't.
I'm aware that once they are on that social media site, they are owned by that social media site.
Absolutely. Be smart, people. Assume that anything you put on your social media can absolutely be used against you.
Everything you write, Snapchat, Facebook, text, email, all of that can be used against you later on, even if deleted.
Are you obligated to take a breathalyzer when the police pulls you over?
Yes. No.
I am not sure of what I would need to do.
It depends on what you're stopping me for. If I am driving and drinking, yes. If he smells alcohol on my breath, yes.
If I say no, then they would automatically think I'm guilty of drinking, which would probably be the case.
You're not obligated to take any test offered by the police department.
The walk and stand test, the portable breathalyzer at the scene of a DWI, you're not obligated to take any of those tests.
They can use that evidence against you later on in court.
Whenever you're pulled over by the police, the first thing you should do is call an attorney.
What do you do if police stops you for DWI?
You will get out of the vehicle and they will just make sure everything is great, and if everything's not great, then you will go down to the station and they'll arrest you.
You need to cooperate with the police because they are in charge.
The very first thing you should do is ask to speak to an attorney. And remember, people, you do not have to submit to these tests.
Don't tell them you had 2 drinks at a party, but you're not intoxicated. Don't answer any questions. Don't take any tests. Provide the police with the paperwork they requested and immediately ask for an attorney.
Do the police have to read your Miranda rights to you when they arrest you?
I would say they would have to, because you're not you're being arrested, but you're not in a crime. You're not doing a crime. So I would say yes.
I believe that the police have the right to read you your Miranda rights in that situation, just to let you know what's going on and what the priorities are and just the whole situation that you're in.
Miranda rights are all about TV and movies. There's actually no such thing as Miranda rights. The police only have to give you your Miranda warnings if they're going to question you.
If they are not read for whatever reason, that doesn't mean you should go run and say or incriminate yourself. Just assume that anytime you're dealing with the police and you're in that situation, anything you say will be used against you.
If you're in jail, is the Department of Corrections allowed to record your phone conversations?
If you are in jail, what did you say? No, I do not believe that they are allowed to record your phone conversations.
They absolutely can and will listen to your conversations.
Not only are they allowed, but they do it on every phone call.
Use your heads. You're in government custody. Do not speak on the phone, and definitely, absolutely not say anything that can incriminate you.
The only people they're not allowed to record is a conversation with your attorney. So be careful about what you say on the phone from Rikers Island or any correctional facility. Every one of those phone calls are being recorded and sent directly to the district attorney's office.
If you suspect or know that there's a warrant out for your arrest, what should you do?
I believe that you just, I'm stuck.
If I suspect there's a warrant out for me, I would like to know why.
I honestly have no idea.
I'm not guilty until proven guilty.
I don't know. I've never had a warrant out for my arrest, but I guess contact an attorney.
There's no guessing. Call an attorney. That is a smart thing to do.
Absolutely. That's the first thing you should do. Contact an attorney. Let them handle it.
Better yet, don't just call any attorney. Call the attorneys at Spar and Bernstein. We really care about clients, the community, and protecting your rights.
Prior successful results do not guarantee similar outcome. Okay, we are back.
Okay, can't say we are black, but I am black, and I'm black. And
two of us are black.
Yes,
one
of us is black. Okay, what are you?
White, obviously.
I know.
There's nothing funny about it.
Tiger Woods doesn't think he's black.
Nothing funny about it.
You know, he said he's not black.
I don't know what he is.
Okay, all right.
It looks.
But he can be whatever he wants. Yeah. Okay, look at Donald Trump. He's being whatever he wants.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, screwing people every day with ICE all over the place.
I'm going to tell you
something. People getting arrested, locked up, put in deportation. Guys doing whatever the hell he wants.
Hopefully there's a day when it really doesn't matter.
I pray that day comes.
I don't think it'll be in my lifetime. But maybe in my children's lifetime or your grandchildren's lifetime that there's a day it really doesn't matter. Until then, yes.
We got to go see that movie, Geostorm.
What's that?
The movie about the freak weather incidents.
Okay, remind me. Let's go to Sandra in the Bronx.
1-800-LAWLESS. We do answer immigration questions. Sandy, what's up? You're on the train.
No, I'm outside of the train. Well, I'm from the Bronx, but the question I'm asking is that my dad passed me when I was 11 years old, and at age 14, because of my stepmom, he decided to send me back to Jamaica. So at that time, I was not able to travel or anything because he took away my green card, social security, everything. So at the age of 18, my mom had to go back over everything, ask questions and stuff, in which she got me back here. So the question I'm asking, and I got back here, I've been here like almost 3 years now. In the country legally and everything, have my green card and everything. So the question I'm asking is there some way, am I able to apply for my citizenship or something?
No, not yet, because you've only been back for 3 years. You're out of the country for between age 14 to 18. It sounds like you're 21 now. And in order to satisfy citizenship, you got to have pass three rules. 30 out of the last 60 months. You're physically here. You may pass that rule. Maybe you're here now over 2.5 years. Okay. Number 2, no trip in the last 5 years. You were out of the country for more than 6 months. That's where you fail. So you got to wait here full 5 years.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
All right. No problem, Sandy.
All right. So let's go to Nikki in Hollywood.
Nikki in Hollywood, Florida. She called 1-800-529-5465. Nikki.
Hi. How are you?
How are you?
Wonderful. How did you hear about us, Nikki?
It's a friend of mine who is in a critical situation. He told me about you guys, but I decided to call you guys today.
What's critical about his situation?
He came here about maybe 15, 16 years ago.
Right.
And the way he came here, I'm not sure, but I would say maybe it's illegal. And he came here and got in trouble at that same time and went to jail. But they put him back on the road from that time, about 15 years ago.
Wait. He came here. You don't know how he came here. Then he got in trouble, and then they put him out on the road? What do you mean they put him out on the road?
No, I mean they put him back, they didn't
back into society.
Country because he's not from here.
Right. Okay. So now we don't know how he came. We don't know why he got deported. Why he didn't get deported. What was he arrested for?
I think he was. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Honestly.
All right.
But he's wondering if there's a way, he could file for his papers because he have been here about. Yeah.
Yeah, Nikki. As much as I love you and want to help you, if you're not sure of the facts of the case, I can't be sure of an answer. So I would suggest then what we do is put him in touch with us, let him have a consultation with us. He would know his answers, and then I can help him. All right. So hold on 1 second, okay? But I can't help. So if you don't know the facts, how could I know the answers? Right.
That's true.
All right. So squeeze.
Yeah.
Stop. Halt. That is the sound.
I need to hear the crash, though.
That is the sound of everybody stopping their car right in its tracks to listen about USA Credit Repair.
It's very simple, man. I'm going to keep it very simple today because I want to get to SMG. So you may want to check in with us right now, Kim, quickly, because this is going to be simple. Everybody that's out there, if your credit score is under 700, your FICO score on all 3 bureaus, guess what? You have bad credit. Late payments, collections, charge-offs, bankruptcies, tax liens, judgments. These things have screwed up your credit. But I am giving you the opportunity, along with Brad today, Okay? For
Me
you to
too.
have, yes, of course.
Okay.
For you to have your credit repaired for free for the first 30 days. But there's a caveat, as Brad would say. We're going to ask you a question in relation to the possibility of when you go for an interview, you know, for your citizenship. This one is going to be the simplest. Well, I think it's one of the simplest questions. It's very simple. If you get the answer to this question, we will work on your credit absolutely free for the first 30 days.
And if they don't?
And if they don't, you have to pay the full amount.
And there's going to be no help.
No help. Brad cannot help you.
But we are going to tell you the answer right now.
This is a very, no.
We will not tell you the answer.
No, we will not tell you the answer until the end of the show.
We will never tell you the answer.
Not until the end of the show, or maybe the next show.
Okay.
So here's a question. For you to get your credit repaired for free for the first 30 days, answer this question. You may be asked this question when you go on your citizenship interview. How many states are in the United States of America?
50.
Brad, come on. Don't do that, man.
50.
You can't be doing
What?
that.
I just sneezed. Excuse me.
How many states are in the United States of America? If you answer that question, I promise you USA Credit Repair will work on your credit.
And what is that telephone number?
The number to call right now is 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-USA-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. I'll be a bit slower because we're going to social media right now in 15 seconds. 1-800-872-7177. And most people usually get it wrong. Even Americans get it wrong. Okay? 1-800-872-7177. Clue is contiguous and non-contiguous. All right? So, 1-800-872-7177. Get your credit repaired for free for the first 30 days.
There it is.
As simple as that.
There it is. We're at the 50 mark now.
We're at the 50 mark.
We are at the 50 mark.
We are.
We are.
Wonderful.
We're almost there at the 50
We
mark.
are there.
We're at the 48 contiguous mark, but we would be at the 50 mark in 2 minutes.
I'm going to say, you know, Brad.
What?
If you and I ever get into a fight, remind me to go for the juggler first.
Yes, yes.
All right?
There will be 50 hits, and all 50 hits will be me hitting the ground.
You know, you're
50 times.
You know, you're so unfair, man. You're so unfair. Anyway, let's get to SMG.
Yes.
Social media.
All right. Oh, we got to rev this thing back up. USA Credit Repair has put a halt to the show.
That's not true. Look at the numbers.
We're putting back on
Look
the
at the numbers.
Let's go. We're starting the show. Let's go. Let's rev this baby up.
Okay. Ah, they're going.
There we go.
They're going.
There we go. We revving it back up. We're back here now.
Not Ethan. Ethan said that.
Yeah. They were good. All right.
All right.
Let's
So
see if
good.
we can go to social media
He
check-in.
said one person got it right.
Let's see if we can go to social media check-in.
All right. Let's go to social media check-in with Kim Moore, the social media
Ken, you are making a huge contribution to the show today.
A huge.
Two people in the street segments.
Contribution.
Two SMG segments.
Yes. You have taken over the show.
You are taking over the show.
Why do they need us?
I don't know.
They don't need us.
I don't know.
Forget us. You've taken over in the streets. You're taking over social media.
Yeah.
I think there's a Jedi thing going on here.
Yeah. I don't know how she's got it on the show.
She's on the show more than us.
She is. She's like taking over this whole thing. It's an SMG show.
She's like, I'm putting in my job security right now. You try to get rid of me. All right.
All right. You better get in your pension suit, please.
Yeah, right.
You better start collecting your pension suit because you're halfway out the door.
Yep.
All right. You ready?
It's my master plan all along, you guys.
I see that.
Yeah, we see that.
She's like Kaiser Soze. What was that movie?
Yep.
You ever see that movie? What was that? It was Kaiser Soze, right?
Yeah, I am Kaiser.
You are Kaiser Soze. Okay.
All right. Let's rock and roll.
Okay, here we go. Beckham on Facebook wants to know,
Beckham.
I'm recently married to... Yep.
Okay.
Beckham Brown.
Okay. It would have been much cooler if you just told me Beckham.
Beckham.
Yeah.
Like real Beckham?
Real Beckham, yes.
Oh, yeah. Beckham wants to know, I'm recently married to a U.S. citizen.
It would be great. It's like, I'm recently married to Victoria. She's a U.S. citizen. I play, all right, I'm a professional soccer player. I would like to get a green card.
Can you imagine they call us?
Yes. My wife, Victoria, would like to file for me. We have several children, but I don't stay in the United States often. So how do I keep my green card?
I'm not going to hit that 6-month mark, Brad.
Yes,
how did
exactly.
I help?
Right.
Beckham wants to know, he's recently married to Victoria, a U.S. citizen.
No, that's not true.
No, it's not Victoria. I made that part up. She's getting help from the government. Can she still file for me and allow someone else to do the affidavit of support?
Depends what the help is. If the help is need-based, meaning that it's Medicaid, food stamps, that would be need-based. The answer is no. If she's collecting unemployment insurance, Donald Trump presumably would be able to collect unemployment insurance. If it's disability because she has a disability, that's not need-based, meaning whether you're rich or poor, if you're disabled, you're entitled to disability payments. It's the same thing, rich or poor, you're entitled to unemployment insurance. So it depends which help she's getting.
All right. Let's jump over to Bernard. Good morning. I filed for my daughter in 2014, but they asked for more evidence. I didn't continue. I'm going verbatim here. It didn't continue with now she's living in Barbados and married. Can I still get her to come here? And I know you're good at deciphering.
Okay, so yeah, so
you're good at deciphering.
So he filed for his daughter, and probably he was not married to the mother.
Right.
So when you're not married to the mother and you're filing for the daughter, not only do you have to prove you're the biological father, but you have to also be able to prove that you've had a bona fide parent-child relationship between birth and 18. Okay. So apparently he probably filled out some forms, mailed it in, and when you don't submit all of this, you get this huge, enormous request for evidence, which is like 4 pages long of stuff you have to submit. RFEs. Mm-hmm. It gets very confusing, very overwhelming, and that's probably why he didn't complete it. Right. So now his daughter's married. You have to start again, file again, but be prepared to deal with the proof of the bona fide parent-child relationship, and it's going to take a long time. But certainly, yes, you can do it.
All right, Kim, 1-800-LAW-LINK.
Nikki on Facebook wants to know, I applied for my citizenship in December of 2016. I did my biometric in January, and I'm still waiting on an interview. Is that a normal wait time, or do I need to be concerned?
It's normal in the days of Donald Trump. It's normal. In the days of Barack Obama, it was not.
Okay. Let's go to Natalie Nichols. How many times can you marry to give someone a green card? How long do you have to wait to marry again?
As long as they're all real marriages, you can marry presumably forever. I mean, Elizabeth Taylor, starlet back in the day, was married 7 times and twice to the same guy. Okay, and they were all real marriages. So as long as they're real, yeah. But you know what? If you're going to file for 7 different spouses, be prepared for immigration to question whether all these marriages are real or you're in the business of getting married.
Because something sounds fishy.
Right.
That's what they're going to say.
Right.
All right.
Just be prepared.
Maybe you're just someone who falls in love easy.
That's right. You fall in love. I know people who fall in love and fall out of love like this. Boom. One day you're in love. One day you're not.
Yep.
Right?
There you go.
Right? Happens. All the time.
Stuff happens.
Right?
Yep.
I bet it happens really frequently.
It does.
It
does. Yeah, Squeeze.
Right?
Wasn't Squeeze married for like a week? Like 3 months ago? Everybody who watched over the summer, Squeeze was married for a week.
I got married and got divorced in the same week.
In the same week, right. So that's why I'm saying, yeah, Squeeze. I don't think I said anything.
Saw the ring, then you didn't.
Then you didn't see the ring.
Now you see it, now you don't.
Right. Wait, did you just give everybody the finger?
No, I said you saw the ring.
Okay, all right, just making sure. Okay. All right,
Britney Spears.
All right, I'm up? Okay. A father who is a green card holder filing for his daughter, how long will it take?
How's the daughter? Under 21, about 2 years. Over 21, about 7.
Okay, good.
Okay. McDon on YouTube wants to know, we went to our affidavit of support interview 2 months ago. Last month, they requested an RFE for an updated medical. I submitted it to Federal Plaza. How long should I wait, or should I go ahead and make an InfoPass appointment?
Wait 90 days. If you don't hear anything, make the InfoPass.
Keep going, Kim.
Alice on Facebook wants to know, what's the processing times for a mother to file for kids who are over 21?
About 7 years.
Okay, let's hop over to, did I ask this one, Denise? How long after you receive your green card can you apply for your citizenship?
1 year through military, 3 years through a bona fide marriage to a U.S. citizen, otherwise 5.
Okay, all right.
Jason on YouTube wants to know, I've had my green card for almost 10 years now. Over 3 years ago, I spent 6 months out of the country on a trip. Will there be any problem in applying for my citizenship?
Was it if it was over 6 months? Yes. If it was under 6 months, no. If that was your only time out of the United States in the last 5 years. So really, that 6 month mark is the key. Were you over or under?
Comment here from Nick Brown.
Go ahead,
okay. I love this in the streets interviews. Some of the answers are funny, but session is quite informative. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Just thought I'd say that.
Right. We got more coming.
Yeah, I'm quite sure we do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
J Don on Facebook wants to know, I'm trying to file for my citizenship, but I don't have my divorce papers. Is that going to be a problem?
You're going to need to prove you're divorced for your citizenship. So go to the court where you got divorced and get them.
Okay.
Okay, keep going.
Simona on Facebook wants to know, do I still need to file an I-765 when my spouse filed, even though I already have a work permit from DACA?
I would file for a new I-765 because it doesn't cost you 1 penny. And once you file the adjustment, even though nobody knows the difference, but in theory, the work permit through the DACA is no good anymore. You got to get a work permit through the adjustment through the marriage.
Squeeze, you got one?
No, keep going.
Keep going.
I'm in. Sonia wants to know, if you have a 10-year citizenship and did 4 years from it, can you go ahead and file for citizenship?
Say that again. You have a 10-year citizenship and you're 4 years into it? What?
Yeah, if you have a 10-year citizen and did 4 years.
You have a 10-year green card.
Right.
And you're 4 years into your green card. No, you have to have a green card for 5 years, 90 days before the 5-year anniversary, unless over these past 4 years you've been in a bona fide marriage to a U.S. citizen.
Okay.
All right. That's it from me, from my side. Any more?
Oh, I can keep going.
Keep going.
I can keep going.
We got about a minute. Keep going.
You got the powerhouse there.
Just keep going. This is like slow fire today.
Yeah.
They should be shaped. I mean, I'm waiting for the questions, and it's just coming out really slow. Rapid fire.
Are you
Let's
ready?
go. Let's go.
If you have a green card from 2012 and you're not living with your husband, but you are not divorced, can you file for your citizenship?
Yes, because we're now presumably in 2017, so I assume you've had it for 5 years.
Okay, here's a weird one. Here's one. My husband just filed for a citizenship. Can he do adjustment for his mom, who is in the U.S. on a visitor visa, before he get the citizenship certification?
No, you need the naturalization, and mom has to be here for 90 days. Both things have to happen.
Okay, all right. Can I squeeze another one in?
Squeeze in the last one, and then we're going to be out of here.
Been previously employed. This is interesting. Been previously employed by the U.S. Embassy in Kingston, Jamaica, as a security officer. Do we have any special opportunities in the U.S.? Can we seek employment there?
No. Too bad. But thank you for protecting the U.S. Embassy. Nevertheless, your service is well thanked, and they give you nothing. All right. And Kim, one quickly.
Okay, Kareen on YouTube. My husband's immigrant visa was approved at the embassy, but the medical result was late. Will that delay us? And if so, how long?
Months and months and months. Be prepared. If you're not prepared, you are getting delayed for a very long time. All right, Squeeze.
By the way, how many states there are, Brad? You can
50.
There you go.
1-800-529-5465. That's the number to call for Spar and Bernstein. We're out of here. We'll be back here tomorrow at 9 a.m. Thanks for watching.
Stay tuned. The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465.
What are you doing?